Well, here we are. You can see at this point on our slideshow it is now completed, and if we click on the download button we can actually preview this video. So let's download the video and check it out, and it's going to start playing in a moment here.
Hi everybody, this is Harold Anderson. We're going to be talking about high fiber foods and the Fiber 35.
Now, of course, you'd want to make it a little more interesting, and of course you could create your own audio podcast that would be, fancier with some music going in and out. You could use our royalty-free clips that we give you, but, if you just want to create something simply over the phone, you want to take teleconferences, it's very easy to do this, and of course with the slideshow creator you can do multiple images. But now that we have that, we're going to want to upload this thing and add it to our podcast feed. So the way we do that is we just go over to Remote Upload. And this is where we're going to end up typing in our title, which we created a couple minutes ago, which is Lose Weight with a High Fiber 35 Cleansing Diet. So let's just copy that over. It's keyword loaded. And our location that we want to send people to is fiber35.com. I always use that as the media author. The more places you can put your URL, the better. We have a nice short description that is keyword loaded. And our media file, we just select our video, which is right here. I just want to be sure that that is the correct one. That is correct. All right. Our tags, well, we just added those with comma and without comma, so I'm going to just copy our tags over. We're going to do tags without a comma, select those, copy them, and here's where we create a category. So it will be health and fitness, the website URL. Again, we'll just copy this, paste it over. Next place is we can select all the websites that we want to go to. Now, because this is just a sample, I'm only going to add it to YouTube right now, unless you don't want to put it up anywhere, Harold. That's your call.
No, that's fine.
Okay, so let's put it on YouTube. And then we're going to add it to the podcast channel. Okay, that's where we just choose our healthy weight loss advice with high fiber foods. We can decide what places to ping. In other words, we can send it off to these 4 directories. We're always adding new directories. Well, for now, I'm gonna, I'm gonna select all of them. Why not? Now, this is the thing that's really, really exciting. We can convert your video into an iTunes compatible video because what Traffic Geyser generates is something called an AVI file, which is highly compatible with virtually all of the submission sites we have above. But you want this video to actually be up on iTunes as well. So what it's going to do is it's not only going to submit the video and convert that and add it, it will also convert it, if you chose to, into an MP3 file and add that. Okay? So what Track Geyser effectively can do is take your video and convert it into an audio file, so you'll have both an audio and a video file, or it'll take your video file that you either upload or create in Traffic Geyser and make it work so it will actually work on iTunes. Very exciting.
Yeah.
So now we've got a little bit of additional information for YouTube, so we're going to enter that, and we'll say, well, in this case, I guess we're just going to call it news and blogs. Marketing, let's see, small business. Well, we don't want to do commercial. Maybe we're going to do education. We'll call it that, for instructional. And we can decide to save this as a template. In other words, we might want to save all the information we have here. And we can also decide whether or not we want to be notified by email and also to submit to social bookmarking sites. So basically, if we want this to get pinged and notify people that it exists, again, your goal is to generate traffic. So you're going to save this as a project. You'll see what that does in a moment. Submit to social bookmarking sites. Let's hit submit or process. And we'll call this intro. I'll just number it again. Introducing the high fiber diet. And this way you can reuse this information over and over again as a template. You don't have to type all this stuff in again. So here it tells us the task has been submitted to your upload queue. All right. And this basically is just going to tell you that it's well, it looks like you probably hadn't created maybe a podcast pickle introduction here. YouTube, it says it's already uploaded. See how fast that is? It's amazing. This one says it's failed again. I'd go in and just double check your podcast pickle and see if it's on there, and then of course it's pinging Yahoo Podcasts. So if we refresh, okay, maybe you haven't created login information yet for these accounts. That's basically what you'll want to be sure you do. But now from here, let's go back over to our RSS channels and just see. Here you can see an item has been added already, right there. Okay, so there's your item, and we could either view or edit your item if you wanted to. You can change your copy, your text. But more importantly, if we click on this, there you can see we've added your podcast already, and if we click on this, there is your MPEG-4 file. It's actually created something that will work in iTunes. So what I'm going to show you right now is if we go back, and we'll just do a quick test here. Select this, copy it, bring up iTunes. Now, of course, we can go back and we'll resubmit this to iTunes right now. Hit our continue. This is the part that I think is unbelievably exciting, and notice how fast that was. It was almost real time. It's just unbelievable. Now, of course, the time will vary depending on how busy our servers are and how busy the upload servers are. But there it is. There's your badge that we added earlier, right? There's the description, the author, the description, the long description here. All right. We're going to create a subcategory, which is fitness and nutrition. Hit submit. Okay, and within usually 24 to 48 hours, sometimes 72 hours, the podcast at fiber35diet.com is going to get an email notification saying, hey, your podcast is now live. Check it out. So the last thing we'll do is just to illustrate how powerful this is, I'm going to add this podcast manually to iTunes now. You can do that by just pasting in the URL. So at least you can preview it. So we're going to hit the OK button. You can see it's already downloading that file. There's our podcast channel appearing. And you can see our description, painless dieting tips and advice. Cool. Now let's open this up. There is our video, which it's already downloaded. And if I double click on it to play it, you can see it's playing in the background here.
This is Harold Anderson. We're going to be talking about high-fiber foods and the...
There's your video. You have just created a video podcast. And you could go back and add just the audio if you wanted as well. And it would, create a second entry. So, are you blown away?
Absolutely impressive. And between the opportunities, so just as a quick review, you've submitted it to the directories, you've created the video, and everything is done right now, and it's all taken us a matter of 20 minutes to basically accomplish all those objectives, right?
That's right. That's right. This is, as far as I know, it's the most powerful online video marketing tool in existence.
Yeah, it's incredibly impressive.
All right, well, I'm going to stop this episode here,